If you run a wedding venue, you already know that reviews are absolutely critical. But let's be honest, are you just kind of asking for them and hoping for the best? Today, we are moving way beyond hope. We're talking about building a systematic, automated pipeline that turns every single happy couple into a powerful, permanent asset for your business. So let's break down exactly how to build that system.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to completely reframe how you think about reputation. Then, we'll dive into why the old way of getting reviews just doesn't work. After that, we'll get into the good stuff, the power of automation, a practical 5-step playbook you can literally start using tomorrow. And finally, we'll look at the incredible long-term payoff when you nail this. So let's kick things off with the big picture. Testimonials are not just some nice-to-have quotes you slap on your marketing materials. No. They are a core business asset. You can think of them as your currency in the trust economy. This right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. A wedding is one of the biggest, most emotionally loaded, and frankly, expensive days of a couple's life. They aren't just buying a pretty room with a nice view. They're trying to buy certainty. They're trying to guarantee that their perfect day will actually be, well, perfect.
And what are they really worried about? It's all these little questions running on a loop in their minds, Will the service actually be good? Are the staff going to be professional and friendly? Can the coordinator really handle the pressure if something goes wrong? Will our guests be comfortable? And the big one, can we truly rely on this venue to pull it all off without a single hitch? Every one of these is a risk that they are desperately trying to manage.
And that's where this all clicks into place. Your past clients are without a doubt your best salespeople. A public testimonial from a real couple, it directly answers all those hidden fears. It's proof. It's social proof from a trusted peer that you deliver on your promises, and it is the single most powerful way to build the confidence a new couple needs to sign on that dotted line. Okay, so if reviews are this important, why is it so ridiculously hard to get them consistently? Well, that leads us right to a problem I see all the time, the manual review trap. Does any of this sound painfully familiar? Your team is swamped after a huge weekend and they just forget to ask. The happy couple flies off on their honeymoon and, totally understandably, they forget to respond. Then a few weeks go by, and that post-wedding glow, that peak emotional high, it's faded. And any follow-up, if it happens at all, is spotty and inconsistent. It's not a bad system. It's a system that's literally designed to fail. And this slide just lays it all out, right? The manual approach is just pure chaos. It relies on luck, on someone remembering at the right time. But an automated system, it's predictable. It relies on a process. It's designed to engage couples at the absolute perfect moment every single time. It's the difference between strategy and just crossing your fingers. So, let's talk about the solution. This is where we stop fighting an uphill battle and instead start building a smooth, predictable pathway for all that praise to flow right to you. The real secret sauce to making automation work is this idea of optimal timing. This isn't about being pushy or annoying. It's about being smart. See, there's this short, really powerful window right after the wedding when that gratitude and all those positive emotions are at their absolute peak. Capturing that exact moment is the key to unlocking consistent, amazing, high-quality reviews. All right, theory is great, but how do you actually do this? Let's get practical. Let's get actionable. This is your 5-step playbook for building this automated system for yourself. The process is actually pretty simple and makes a lot of sense. You always start with gratitude, not with an ask. Then you guide them with some simple prompts to get them started. You make it ridiculously easy for them to submit the review. You encourage them to be real and authentic. And finally, you automate a gentle follow-up, just in case they need a little nudge. Now let's zoom in on step 2 for a second, because this is so important. A lot of couples have writer's block. They're happy to help, but they just stare at a blank box and don't know what to write. These simple questions are the cure. They guide them into telling a story, why they chose you, how the day actually felt, and what advice they'd give others. The result? A much more detailed, credible, and frankly, useful testimonial for you. And for step 3, the absolute golden rule is this: eliminate all friction, every single bit of it. Don't just say, hey, leave us a review on Google. Send them the direct link that opens the review box immediately. That one less click, trust me, that can be the difference between getting an amazing review and getting nothing at all. Okay, now that you have the playbook, let's zoom back out to the big picture. What is the real long-term payoff for putting a system like this in place? I'm telling you, this isn't just about getting a few nice quotes for your website. This is about building an engine that literally compounds trust over time.
Let's just run some quick back-of-the-napkin math here. Let's say your venue hosts 50 weddings a year, a really solid number for a successful business. Now, with a manual, inconsistent process, you might get reviews from, 10 or 15% of those couples if you're lucky. But with a well-timed, smart, automated system, getting a 60% response rate is totally achievable. And the result of that system, that's 30 new, high-quality, detailed testimonials. And not just this year, that's every single year. It becomes a predictable, consistent flow of social proof that you can absolutely count on. Now, just imagine what that does over 3, 4, 5 years. You end up building a massive library of recent, relevant reviews. Google sees all this fresh activity and boosts your local search ranking. New couples find you, and they see this overwhelming tidal wave of proof, and their trust in your venue just skyrockets before they even talk to you. This is more than marketing. This is building a competitive moat around your business. A competitor can copy your pricing, maybe they can even copy your decor, but they cannot replicate years of accumulated public trust. And this is the big strategic reframe I want you to walk away with. You are no longer just collecting reviews. You are building public trust infrastructure. Each one of those reviews is like a brick in a permanent foundational asset that reinforces your brand's authority and proves your value in the marketplace, day in and day out.
So let's end with this one thought. From this day forward, after every single amazing wedding you host, there's only one question you need to ask your team. You already did the hard part. You delivered a fantastic experience. But the real question is, did we capture public evidence of that success? Or did we let that incredible asset, that powerful proof of trust, just remain a private memory and disappear forever? The choice is yours.